All right, welcome back, everybody. We have our Mossman review. This was pretty difficult to get a hold of. They did show up in my area, but it's like, we have Facebook groups, MN Motu, which is, Minnesota Motu. And I'm in the St. Cloud area. I probably have like 3 or 4 different Walmarts I go to. But the problem is, I'll go there and other people, and I won't find anything, and then other people will go there and like instantly, it's somebody will find it, post about it. Hey, I saw like 3 Mossmen at Walmart, and I'll go there and there won't be any. Like it's only like 25 minutes from here, but if I don't see that Facebook post, and Facebook algorithms are garbage. Like the one time that somebody did say, "Hey, there's 3 Mossman about a fourth one," about the fourth one. I don't see it for like 3 days, and then once I go there, it's long gone. Actually, I think the last time somebody posted about it, this specifically, it was gone within a day. I went there and just looked everywhere, looked in every aisle, looked in every spot, and just could not find Mossman. And actually, I found this one in Jamestown, North Dakota. So I live in central Minnesota. I took a road trip to Glacier National Park in northwest Montana, and basically just stopped at a Walmart. I had to stop for gas anyways. Figured I'd just pop in just to see if they have any better luck than I do. And they had one. And I probably should have done this review at Glacier itself. Would have made for some cool shots. But typically I am hiking 8-10 miles if I can, and that's my focus, to stop for an hour and maybe 20 minutes of recording, but probably at least 45 minutes of messing around. It would be too much, so I decided not to take pictures there. But this set is actually it's a really cool set. Again, this is almost kind of like suffers the same thing as the mini mates that I review, where they put so much into the packaging. So now we're looking at what used to be a $20 figure is now $40, which is ridiculous to me. And they do throw in a couple extras, but for the most part, sell it to me in a plastic bag. I don't care. Like, I know there's some people that like their MOCs, like their packaging, but like I said, for me personally, it's more about the figure. I do appreciate the accessories, but the packaging itself, I really don't care that much about. The art's definitely cool. It's definitely great to have some art to go. That goes on the packaging, but it's not a necessity. They are actually coming out with a book that has all the collected Origins art. I don't know why they're releasing it now, because unless they're going to release a second book someday, because we're not done with Origins. But the art, I guess, is cool. I like, for what it is, it's great. Like, I absolutely love what we're looking at right now. We have these 2 other Snake Men, where they're gonna get some good use out of that Lady Slither tail. And I forgot who the other guy in the middle is. We got the red guy on the right, and we got this guy in the middle. I think he's some kind of high priestess. But from what I understand, we're going to be getting those someday. So hopefully sooner rather than later, we'll get those Snake Men to help build our civilization. But yeah, cool box art. I don't think there's much on the sides. No, it's just like continuation of the picture. Oh, we got the dinosaur guy. That was supposed to be a thing before Masters got canceled. You can also see some other random characters here and here, and the tree, that actual tree up there with a face on it. That is, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit better on it. That's actually from the mini comics. And then of course we have Eternity in the background too, which is great to see that. So. But enough about that. Let's take him out of the package and get a closer look at him. Okay, yeah. So we have, Mossman out of the package. And like I said, they gave him, plenty of accessories. They gave him an extra head. They gave him these 2 weapons, and then basically Beastman's armor recolored on the left-hand side. That armor on the left-hand side, I believe that was part of an accessories pack back in the day. Mossman only came with the weapon he's holding. I had him growing up. He's one of my favorite characters. And just he was a pretty cool character with all that flocking on him, and then of course he did have that pine smell. And it does say like right on the box, moss-like fur. Oh yeah, light. Moss-like fur smells like pine. This thing does not smell like pine. I can live with that. Like a lot of people have complained about it, and I just figured maybe it was some of them. Maybe it is some of them. Like I don't know, but yeah, there's no pine smell. He definitely doesn't have the smell of the original one. I think and Stinkor doesn't even smell. He's supposed to smell like patchouli or something, and he does not smell like that. And I think that has to do with they didn't want to put the additive into the plastic because it would degrade the plastic. But with him, I don't know. Like if you want him to smell like pine that bad, I'm sure you can get some spray somewhere. Again, I don't care. All the gimmicky stuff of the original figures, I'm not really a fan of anyways. So it doesn't really matter that much to me that he doesn't have that terrible, doesn't have that bad smell to him. I did read the comic. The comic is actually pretty good. It's Snake Men want their old interstellar travel spaceship back, and he does not give it to them. He knows where it is. I guess, Mossman's like centuries old or decades old or not decades, but yeah, centuries or millennia old or something like that, because he was there when the original Snake Men were there before they were cast out. So yeah, it's a cool ancient character. But, as far as this yellow armor goes, I'm not using it for him. I'm going to put it on an orange LOP Beastman because I want to army build them, that species. But I will show you guys what it looks like with him in that armor. So, yeah, not only did I put the armor on him, I swapped out the heads. I will say he actually does look pretty good in that armor. But definitely, like, that's not his thing. Like, it would have been better for them to give him some kind of, like, wood wraparound, kind of armor instead of that deal. My biggest issue with it is you have that plastic rubbing on his flock, and I sure as heck don't want to ruin any of the flock on him. So this is definitely going to go on LOP Beastman instead of Mossman. But I do appreciate that head. That's really nice that they gave us another head. It would be it'd be better if we got something different, but like just the fact that was already molded, I don't blame them at all for using that head, and it works for him. It definitely works for him. So very nice accessory that they gave us there. But yeah, that armor definitely going on an LOP Beastman. Yeah, so definitely a better look on LOP Beastman. That will be permanent on my shelf for that figure. Yeah, like I said, I definitely wouldn't use it for the flock, because it rubs on the flocking of Mossman. And, by the way, the flocking on this Beastman is like 1,000,000 times better than the original Beastman that we got. Like, I don't know what the methods are, but this definitely looks better. I will say mine, before I sold it, was pretty worn out, but I just really love the look of this one. So, yeah, that'll do it for the review part of the video. Let's get to some cool pictures with them. Okay, so our first shot turned out really good. We have Mossman out in the woods with one of Beastman's species, and he's basically capturing them, covering them in different plant life, and pinning him to the rock behind him, and just basically using his powers. And as a kid, I never knew the extent to his powers, so it was really cool to see him in Masters of the Universe Revelation. Like, I just don't remember him from the original cartoon. Like, I don't remember a lot from that cartoon. I mean, it came out when I was 3, and I did watch it quite consistently when I was that age, but man, I was 3, so I don't remember what Mossman was like in the cartoon. But yeah, in the comic, that mini comic that we got, and then Motu Revelation, he has these awesome Swamp Thing style powers, and he really puts him to the test. So like this turned out pretty good. Just a little bit of an action shot. So Anyways, let's go on to, actually, let's look at a little bit more. We got this awesome background, interplanetary space, not of Earth background. We got all sorts of aquarium plants that I've picked up that makes it look very Eternian, and just kind of filling in the edges and sides with something to help fill in the picture. So turned out really good, really like it. So let's go on to another one now. All right, so we just basically have Mossman in nature. We're hanging out with a bunch of animals. We got a couple snakes in the background, a couple birds. He's got a bird in his hand. He's got this I don't know what kind of lizard that is on the below his hand, that orange, gross-looking thing. And that red dragon. I got a dinosaur back there. You really can't see in the very back. There's another dragon on that rock formation back there. Let's see if I can focus in on it. Yeah, he's back there. But just trying to fill in, I put snakes underneath, look underneath his arms. There's snakes in there, and just really filling this in with as much animals as possible. And just kind of getting a cool shot with him hanging out with a bunch of animals. He's Mossman. He's all about nature. So, nothing much else to say about that. Except for, just filling in all the dead spots with animals of some type. So I guess there's only birds and reptiles here. There's not a lot of cats or I actually have a grizzly bear, but I don't know if that'd be on Eternia, and it's actually way undersized actually for mini mates. So, but yeah, it turned out pretty cool. So let's go on to one more picture. Actually just finished shooting the video, but as I was putting things away here, kind of getting ready to be done in the lab, I noticed this on Mossman's hand. What's that all about? Like, where's that from? Does anybody know what that's from? Like, I don't know why they would use it for him or where it's from, but I just find it interesting what that is. I think I'm going to snap a picture of it just to put on Facebook and see, where does that come from? Is it Ninjor's? Is that his hand? What hand does that come from? If you guys know, let me know in the comments. I'm just very curious. So this is basically a throwback. I don't know if it was card art or an advertisement, but there is some kind of, Motu art from way back in the day where Mossman is confronting Triclops out in nature. And this is just a throwback to it. Some of you may even recognize this. I wouldn't be surprised if I put it up on Instagram and somebody says something, because it's pretty accurate, even the colors of the plants in front. The background was yellow. It was way less detailed than what you're seeing here, but it's pretty close to it. So yeah, that's about it. We add the green in the. I really like taking like plants and other stuff and throwing it right up front. It gives it a whole new level of richness to the picture when you do that. And of course, I got to pull farther back to get it to focus on Triclops to not be so out of focus. Unfortunately, it's still out of focus, but it is what it is. But again, I think this picture turned out really good. Otherwise, guys, let's hit the like and subscribe button. Check out the description of the video. Check out some of my other Motu reviews. I do 3 shots for each and every review I do. And I really have a lot of fun with it and get some really cool pictures out of it. So otherwise, yeah, we'll talk to you guys, or we'll see you guys at the next video. Bye now.